Hi, today I'm going to talk about the bullet journal and how I came up with my system, inspired by others and streamlined to work for myself. And to understand how I got here, we need to go back to the past and start at the beginning. As many people in the bullet journal community, they started with an A5. It's quite a good size, however I had my issues with it. And I also started with already an idea how a bullet journal should look like, which is not how a bullet journal should look like. And I'm going to show you now, so you understand. I started with something that many people have seen before. Spreads like these. This is a yearly overview. It is something like a year in pixels, which I probably should continue doing. And I did monthly spreads like these. Well, they didn't really work for me. They are still quite minimalistic for the bullet journal community. Even though it uses highlighters and stuff, it just didn't really work for me. And you can see in the same vein an overview for a week, a habit tracker, a week, again an overview for a week, new month. It didn't really work out. It was too visual, and I'm a visual person. I'm creative. I do a lot of things in the creative area, and I had the need to divide my planning and my just normal day with my creativity. So I researched and found a system that works a lot better. The system was inspired by Megan. She's an amazing illustrator and does videos on YouTube as well, on her bullet journals and on her illustrations. And she used these little A6 bullet journals, which are about half of the size of the A5. And so I felt this was too open. I wasn't going to finish such a big notebook anytime soon, so I needed something that I could complete quite fast, quite easily, and this was this small one. So what I did was I defined what I wanted to have from a bullet journal. Very simple monthly overview, that one day is one page, and that I don't have to divide and kind of see and gather where a day ends and if they're going to be some more tasks that I have to add later. And I just wanted to have a day, and I knew in the week that a certain task was due and a certain day that I could already write it on the page that it was meant to be on. And I tried out the system inspired by her. I modified a bit, and this is how I wanted the month to look like. And then also thought, okay, maybe also write the list form, which is typical for the bullet journal. So I kind of morphed both the monthly overview and the list form together. Then this is what I was planning on doing with the header of each days, with the number, the day, the month, and an acronym for supplements, water, outside, and read, so I could just cross them off when I did these things. At the time, those were the things that I wanted to do and wanted to be habits: to remember to take my supplements, to drink enough water, to go outside, and to read anything. And these boxes are for the year in pixels. I still wanted to do them and fill them in, so I could then fill them in here. That's what I was going for. And later I tried out how I want the month to look like. This is not how it ended, but those are two ideas that I had. And I made it much more simpler. I'll show you how. And then I was thinking about doing timelines, like an agenda, or doing horizontally a week, spread it for a week. But I didn't really like it. It was quite hard to figure out how it didn't make sense, because this looked like my Google Calendar. I had no reason to duplicate my Google Calendar in my bullet journal. I wanted it to be for tasks and not for appointments that I know that will be happening, because they're there every damn week. So I ditched that idea, but the idea was there. And that's it on how I migrated from an A5 to an A6. And the first version is this one. This is like the miniature version of the big blue one, and I used this from January 2018 till May 2018. And also used a bit of, like, this was a stage where I still used the mild liners in my bullet journals, and then I ditched them because it was way easier to just use one pencil. And the pencil that I'm using, I use most of the time in here, were gel pens by Muji. Now I'm a strong believer of this one, Zebra Sarasa Clip 1.5. This one can be used underneath a highlighter, which is very rare for gel pen because they smudge very easily after you go over them with a highlighter. So this one works very well. The tip is very nice, and the writing experience is just very good. But here I use fine liners as well as gel pens, and yeah. So this is the yearly overview, how I did it. I did it for 6 months in total, because this is how the page works first of all. And also I didn't have to plan in advance, because this is just going to be 3 months, and if I have an appointment later in the year, I'm just going to put it in my Google Calendar, and that's it. So I did just the days, a line. I didn't use any rulers, because that would be, again, something else I would have to carry around, and that would make the progress even more complicated, or there would be more steps involved, and I wanted to just jot down my ideas and my tasks without having an extra step. So it's just a little calendar, and if I had a birthday coming up by someone, I would just put it somewhere, or concert, whatever, at a time where concerts were still possible, right? So and this is how then the month looked like. If you look at Megan's original layout, you can see similarities of how I did the month, and then put down certain events. I also color-coded them, how I stopped doing that. And also I didn't like that I had to put them just as they came up in a way that, oh, I'm going to have something on the 7th, let me just write it down here, and not between the 3rd and the 12th. This is something I couldn't do. That's why I changed this later with a whole month written out, like the original bullet journal intended, and this works much better. Plus here is a general to-do list for the month. Then this is how my days looked. I combined the planning and journaling for a time, for maybe a week. It didn't really work out. I'm going to get back into journaling, but I'm going to do it differently. Not on the same page as the day, but after the whole week. But here you can see the date, month, the supplements, water, outside and read, and the little square for the year in pixels for my mood that I wanted to track, or how the day went generally. And at the time I still used checkboxes that I filled out. I put a line through it when I started it, filled out the half when I was doing the task, and then filled it out completely when I was done with the task. Or if I didn't finish a task, I would put an arrow to postpone it. And I also wrote notes for lists as such, and then a little bit of journaling down here. I was kind of torn between German and English, so yeah. But I then later, it was the same, like a month and then the week in single days. Then I did something different. I tried out doing an overview for the week. So I took the one row of the week from the monthly calendar, put it in one box, and then I was able to put the most important dates and to-dos, and it worked for a while. I'm not using it anymore. I haven't used it in years, but it was something that was helpful when I had a lot to do in the week. And I also tried out these things, just a typical monthly overview that you can see in many bullet journals, but I didn't really like it. It was really useful for that time because I had to learn for an exam, but yeah, didn't really work out. And on the topic of the exam, this is a spread I did for the exams that I had to do in the first semester in English, and I think I was doing like a checklist for book, learn and revise, maybe. And yeah, I noted down the results. I failed both classes twice. Yeah, but it turned out good at the end, with very good grades. But this is like a thing that if you need it for academia, or for like you want to write a very good shopping list with everything on it you need for a project, for anything, you can just do checklists like these and write them in their own spread and then continue. Yeah, and then I just continued with normal tasks, normal days, and sometimes I glued something in. What do I have? Something like these here. These things, just a printed fake end stacks. But yeah, this was the whole beginning of the journey with little bullet journal, and I'm going to continue to the next one. Continued in 2018 with a wonderful, beautiful copper one, and I really like them and used them for some time. And this one is also, this one has less color. As you can see, it isn't highlighted with anything. I tried doing like appointments with a triangle, and this is also the end result of how I do my months still to this day. And then I ditched that thing for just one list, and yeah. This is once again I did a week and also dash because the month started here. And yeah, this is just normal day, and I did line here. I used a ruler. I ditched that as well. Here's like a typical, just 2 days that I did and still with the checkbox, and notes were points, bullet points, which I changed later as well. And it's still the same, black and white, just one pencil, and it worked really well for a time, just doing that and nothing more. And yeah, on to the next one. This one I forgot to put sticker here, but this one was October 2018 till September 2019. Why? Because I stopped using them. And I don't know where the jump is. I'm really confused where it is, if I really did such a big jump, or if I was mistaken with writing these. But I don't think so. Maybe. No, it's actually right. Cool. Yeah, this is, like at the beginning, once again, the same thing with the months, nothing here, wow. And I also put at the beginning, on the first page, which I started to do, is the semester overview. So that I know when I have classes, when I have free time. And yeah, then the month, nothing there, cool. Yeah, you see, I didn't really use it, and week again, and this is something just, it's the same as in the last one. It didn't really change my task once again, and also the checkboxes instead of the bullet points I used later. Then, I guess it changed around here, maybe earlier. Stopped using it for a while, and then the first occurrence of, wait, where is it? Nice. This is the first occurrence of how I do my days now. I do the day, the date, and an abbreviated form of the month, and then I underline it, and that's it. I just start the day with that, and then anything else follows. And I'm doing tasks with a bullet point and cross it out, depending on how far I am. And this is how I continue doing this. And then I did this. I started using stickers. I used these stickers here, pastel ones, and different colors, and yeah, that's what I did. I wrote out the same way, the calendar the same way I did before, but then I stuck a sticker on it depending on what the day was mainly about. If it was at work, if it was a university day with classes, if I was studying, if it was kind of an event, something like this, appointment. I go through the system in the different video where I have how I do my bullet journal now, but this is where it started. I got these stickers, I used them. Megan, the person that inspired this whole system, also uses these stickers, but to kind of mark ideas, and she has an index for different things, so if she had an idea for something, she put it on a page and then she was able to find it more easily. I used it to resemble my Google Calendar and the color blocking I did over there. Then I just had normal days, and then I also tried journaling. And okay, we have like once again a normal day and just some tasks. I tried to do like a perfect free day, what I would do if I would be at home or at the cafe, and yeah, this is just something I tried to do and planning. And then I tried journaling. Yeah, I was researching about Russian witches for a book, and then I kind of like wanted to do something cool out of it, and then I noted down something, I don't know why, with a yellow because of university, but yeah. But this is something I find very cool, and how I continue doing journaling, and I will do, is in a box, so that I have the text contained in a box. And yeah, that's how it looked in 2019. Continuing to one of the most recent ones. This one, once again, a copper one. I really like them, and it was October 2019 until January 2020. Time where everything was good and not chaotic, and yeah. And no wonder that I stopped after that. So I had a very stressful exam season, and then I stopped doing this, and now a year later I'm back on it. Yay. So what I did here once again was my semester and yearly overview, and then month with the same things, and then you kind of see where I also stopped doing stuff. But yeah, I have here another month. I don't know, I think orange was sports. It was February, and then everything sports related was cancelled. Well, and this was like the calm before the storm, and also exam season, and then everything got cancelled, and then kind of fell apart, right? Yep, March, and I stopped using it because I think of the stress of exam season. Then I also did things for revision for my exam, which then was transferred into a compensation term paper. But still, I was checking off what revision notes I did, but I stopped doing this. As you can see, it wasn't relevant anymore. Yeah, things like this, just normal lists. Then yeah, stopped, and suddenly it's September. That's right. October, and I tried doing this again in January this year, and tried out doing tasks on one side and then this kind of timeline thing on the other side. Tried it out a few days, it worked, kinda, and yeah, that's just it, nothing more. Then I got this horrible thing. Oh my god, I'm not able to use this because of the color. It drives me crazy. I thought it would be maybe a bit more mellow and warmer yellow, but holy shit, no, it's I can't do that. And I tried, I really tried, did the same thing, same system, and then also tried it out with that shit. And then I just took some notes on stuff, but oh my god, I can't see this thing. It's bugging me so much. I will use it up because it's a waste of paper if I don't do this. So I'm thinking of just illustrating something on here and then just using it as a catch-all notebook for whatever. But this is where we are now, and I'm going to show you how I did my system for this year, 2021. Oh my god, it's 2021. I did the system in here, how I streamlined it, how I got back to what worked and ditched what didn't work. So yeah, I'm going to see you there. Bye.